If your Google ad account is spending money, getting clicks, maybe even decent CTRs and a decent CPA, but your conversion column shows 0. We've seen this exact scenario play out time and time again. New media buyers or new e-commerce brands just launch campaigns in Google Ads for the first time, and 89% of these broken campaigns are actually bleeding money in 5 specific places, and they all take less than an hour to actually fix. So by the end of this video, I'm gonna let you know the exact 5-step diagnostic process that we use here at Echelonn, so you can leverage it yourself within your ad account. My name is Jackson Blackledge. I run one of the fastest growing Google Ads agency on the planet, Echelonn. We've worked with Ovi, Muscle Nation, Forest Superfoods, Sasha 3, the list goes on. So, first point I want to make is the tracking death trap that kills 67% of campaigns. If your primary purchase tag does not fire correctly, Google's AI literally says no value from your campaign and then just starts choking on your traffic. And the people set up conversion tracking once and never audit it again or never question it. But here's what actually happens, right? So your developer pushes an update, your GTM container gets corrupted, or someone accidentally creates duplicate tags. Let me show you the simple diagnostic process for this one. First, you want to go to summary and then scroll down to the purchase section of the account. Purchases should be your primary action. You shouldn't have any others. If it's not primary, Google isn't optimizing for it. If you can, and you should, you want to open Tag Assistant and run a test purchase. If it doesn't fire on the thank you page, you've found a leak. Most often, the GTM container was not published after the last website change, and you always keep at least one secondary purchase tag as a live fallback. Build custom columns as well to actually surface discrepancy day by day. I can't tell you how many times this backup tag has saved a campaign when the primary tag went dark. Number 2, we have broken checkouts. The silent funnel killers that block 89% of your revenue. Even if your tracking is perfect, if humans cannot complete the checkout process, you're just feeding expensive clicks to a broken machine. The problem is bots can see your landing page just fine, but humans hit invisible barriers. So to Google Ads, your data looks great, you know, good CTR, pretty good CPC, but your conversion rate is flatlined. So here's how to diagnose it. First, check what we like to call the holy trinity of alignment: search query, ad copy, landing page, CTA. Any mismatch here tanks both your quality score and conversion rate. So secondly, manually test your entire funnel. You want to submit a form, run a 1-cent test purchase, verify every redirect and the final thank you URL. You'd be shocked how often a new app or cookie banner breaks the checkout flow without anyone noticing. Thirdly, you want to monitor your Google Analytics, GA4 user flow, for sudden drop-offs between add to cart and purchase. Here's an example under your Google Analytics. Go to reports. Then what you want to do is go into monetization and purchase journey. The key point here is your Google Ads might be working perfectly, but if your website is broken, you'll never know from the ads interface alone. If there's a massive drop-off, example, people adding to cart but only 5% can check out, you know there's a problem. You want to go back again and just ensure people can actually check out on your website. If you want to go in depth on this, I've attached a link to our exact attribution and conversion tracking checklist below in the description. Now, for number 3, the technique I'm about to show you catches the most expensive mistake in Google Ads. Trust me. So this is where your ad budget literally goes down the drain. That's when your keywords are attracting window shoppers instead of actual buyers. You're essentially paying premium prices for worthless traffic. The brutal truth is that broad or poorly negative keywords will drain your budget on people who will never ever buy your offer. And Google's AI does not give a it just wants clicks, right? Here's how to immediately stop the bleeding. In the Google Ad account, go to search terms and ruthlessly remove queries that do not describe a buying mindset. Look for terms like how to, what is, free, or DIY. These are discovery searches. They're not purchase searches. As you can see, we've got a couple here. Go to terms, search terms, contains, how, apply. You want to be pruning these terms by adding to your negative keyword list regularly, especially to your prospecting campaigns. And you can do this quite easily from the interface. As you can see, I'm doing it right here. So for example, if you sell fitness equipment and you're showing up for gym equipment rental prices, you're paying for people who want to rent your shit, not buy. So why are you doing that? Because branded traffic converts so well, this sort of masks how badly your prospecting campaigns are performing. You want clean data on each traffic type, but also you can actually take advantage of Google's keyword match types. Exact match for proving converting SKUs, phrase match for exploring relevant variations, broad match only for smart bidding tests with tight negative lists. But there's a campaign setting that's quietly draining your budget right now, and most people never think to check it. Your campaign settings might be sending you traffic from places you can't even serve, or devices that but can't convert, inflating your costs and just destroying your rise. So for every bottom of funnel and middle of funnel campaign, you want to confirm that location equals only your selling regions. When you scroll down, this should explicitly list all targeted locations. For example, for this brand, it's the US, not the default setting. And you must select presence, not presence and interest. If you leave it on the default presence and interest, Google will show your ads to people who are interested in your target country but physically located somewhere else entirely. So you're going to be paying for clicks from people in Pakistan who are interested in visiting the United States but can't actually buy your product. If you're only selling in English but your language setting is all languages, you're buying clicks from people who can't even read your sales page. Also, make sure to fix this as well. Now, if your tracking is solid and your targeting is dialed the in, but you're still not seeing sales, there's one more culprit. This is going to be the hardest pill to swallow because it means the problem isn't technical, it's strategic, and it's your price, guarantee, urgency, or value proposition is not strong enough to overcome buyer skepticism. The diagnostic here is different. You need to pressure test every element of your value proposition. Is your price competitive with the top 3 alternatives? Do you have risk reversal elements like guarantees or trials? Is there genuine urgency or scarcity in your offer? Are your bonuses actually valuable to your target buyer? So here's a simple framework to help you. If your click-through rates are strong but conversion rates are weak, the disconnect is in your offer presentation. The traffic wants what you're advertising, but they're not convinced by what they see on your landing page. So create a completely different value proposition and split test it against your current offer. Sometimes a 50% price increase with better bonuses outperforms a cheap offer by 300%. It's the truth. Most of the issues that you will have in the ad account is within the first 3 points. So you want to start with your conversion tracking audit, test your checkout flow, and clean up your keyword intent. And if you want the complete technical implementation guides for each of these points, I've got detailed SOPs and checklists linked in the description. Plus, if you're running a campaign that's spending but not converting, drop your biggest frustration in the comments. I read every single one and I'll answer them when I can to the best of my ability. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day.